there, welcome to Witchy Meditations. This video is all about the upcoming full moon, which is in Sagittarius, and it takes place on the 23rd of May. So the Sagittarius full moon is said to be quite a lucky full moon, so lots of positive vibes there. So I felt that it would be a really good time to carry out a particular practice that I'm just about to share with you all. Now, you may well have heard that people will often put out water. So basically just, a glass or a container of water during a full moon. To kind of imbue that water with the energy and the vibes of the full moon. And it is something that I've done before, but I haven't done it for a while actually. So what I usually do is I will put out my crystals to kind of imbue that energy of the full moon, and occasionally I will also put out a glass of water as well. Now, of course, you can, if you want to, put a glass of water outside. However, you will probably find that it has all sorts of unwanted flies and whatnot in there as well if you do that. So I would probably recommend against that. But what you can do, and it's still works just as well. It's still absolutely fine. You don't need to put it outside. You can put your crystals, which I've talked about before on Witchy Meditations channel, and you can put out a glass of water, or several glasses of water in fact, if you want to. And they just basically need to be placed in the window so that they can take in that energy, that sort of light of the full moon. It's helpful if they can, if the moonlight's actually directly on them, but it's not absolutely necessary. Just basically, leave the curtains open, leave the blind up, as the case may be, and just allow the crystals, if you're doing crystals, or the water. But this particular video is me focusing on the water side of things. So you basically leave, you basically leave your water in the moonlight all night. So pop it out as soon as it starts to go dark, and then just basically in the morning, that is the point in time that you can actually use that moon water. And all you need to do, it's completely your choice, so you can simply just drink the moon water, or you can drink some of it and place the rest of it in the fridge so that you can maybe drink it the following day, something like that. Or you can use some of it in a spray bottle. So if you have a clean spray bottle, the type with sort of a pump action, so a clean spray bottle, you can then take some of that water and place it in there and use it as a sort of spritz for your face. I think spritz is the correct word. I'm going with spritz. So you can basically spray your face the same way as you spray toner or something like that. So a facial kind of a moon water facial spray. Obviously store it in the fridge. It will be okay for a sort of a day or so, because of course it doesn't have any preservatives in or whatever. So keep it in the fridge, of course, if you're going to use it as a facial spray. The other thing that you can do as well, and I will be doing that this time on the 23rd of May, you can actually put if you've got some facial toner that you use, which I have, which is in a spray bottle, you could also put that into the window as well. So that will also take in like that energy of the full moon. And as I say, this September full flower moon is particularly lucky, so I feel like it really is like the perfect time to do this. So you can do that as well. So additionally, with that water, apart from drinking it, you can also sort of spray it into your hair, or literally just place it onto your hair. So it really is, it does feel like quite a magical thing, really. to do this, because it sort of really feels as if you're kind of carrying that moonlight with you, and you're wearing it upon yourself. You've got it in your hair. You've drank the moon water. You have it on your face. So it does really feel like quite a magical, mystical thing to do. And yeah, I feel like it helps us to kind of connect with the power of the moon. And if you're like me and you do follow the moon, I mean, I've been sort of very interested in the moon. I sort of felt, well, I guess I've probably always felt connected to the moon, but I've kind of felt very kind of interested in the moon. And I sort of, I am, I guess, a moon witch. So it feels like a really special thing to do, to kind of gather that moonlight in that way. And it helps you kind of take that moon energy with you into the sort of the rest of your week. Well, perhaps not week, but certainly a few days. But it helps you kind of take that with you. So it kind of, I guess, retains that sort of light of the wonder of the full moon. And the moon is so beautiful. I looked out at the moon yesterday and it was so bright. It was a really clear night yesterday. So the moon was particularly bright. So I'm really hopeful that it will be just as bright on the 23rd. And also the other point to note is that it's a flower moon as well. So if you live here in the UK, there are lots of flowers coming through now. And maybe where you live in the world as well, the same thing is happening. So it's so lovely to see all of this beautiful colour coming through. So I feel really excited for the flower full moon in Sagittarius. The final point that I want to say is that I am a Sagittarius sun, and if you don't know what I mean by that, I just mean that my star sign, which is a more familiar term, is Sagittarius. So on the day that I was born, the sun was in Sagittarius. Do have quite a lot of Sagittarius in my birth chart. And so yeah, I'm particularly excited for this full moon. Maybe you also have Sagittarius in your birth chart. Maybe you're Sagittarius sun like me. If you are interested in finding out more about your birth chart, it's really worth looking into that. I mean, literally, if you just type in birth chart into Google, you'll get several hits will come to the top, and you can do it for free. I use AstroChart, I think, for mine, or have used that for mine, and it's so quick as well to do it. I mean, obviously lots of people will calculate a birth chart manually, but this is just super fast. It takes seconds really to fill that information in. And even if you don't understand any of the information that comes back, it's still so interesting to find out about, but that's a separate thing. So going back to moon water, I really would recommend, if you've never put moon water out before, so if you've ever put water out before in order to create moon water, then I feel like the Sagittarius full moon, full flower moon, which takes place on the 23rd of May, is the perfect time to do it. So maybe give it a try this full moon and see how you go. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's only a short one, but thank you so much. Lots of love, and please do like, subscribe and share.